series. This is Dragon Quest Builders. It's a Dragon Quest game, and that's all care about. Customize character. Why can't I customize my character? Damn it! So without further ado, let's jump into the game. It's time to design your character. Shit. Hold on. Okay. Oh, what the Oh my god, I don't like the character. I don't know, I'm super white. I haven't gone to a beach in... Yeah, dude, man, I don't like it. It's so limited though. Tell you what, this is gonna be a female. I don't care. Because I like it so much more. Oh right, I'm super white. And the eyes, usually green for purple or yellow. Maybe yellow. Maybe this. Alright. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna play as a female. Close enough, right? Am I happy with this character? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get better. So, thou art come before me at last. I am Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thee... It's thee or thy? I think it's thee. Take thee rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. Thou wishest not for half the world? Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. Cata Shane. At long last I have found you. A single foolish choice has plunged this hallowed land into darkness. Beneath benighted skies, my children crawl as insects on the earth, powerlessly awaiting their own destruction. Only by the power contained within you may this ruined world be rebuilt. Arise, my child, your destiny awaits. Cata Shane, my child, you have finally awoken. Oh cool, I can just press X. Do you remember who you are? Do you remember what you are? I see, so you have no recollection of before. No matter, indeed perhaps it is for the best. After so long a slumber, no doubt your body will still be weak. Arise, my child, and see that you can move freely. Let's get moving. Use the left stick to move around and press circle to jump. Have a run around and stretch your legs. Oh man, I'm gonna circle to jump. Not intuitive. Wait, is this my grave? What the fuck? Thank goodness, all seems to be well. You can fulfill your role. Cata Shane, my child, I've awoken you that you might perform a vital task. A task upon which the fate of this very world may... What? I do not doubt that you might feel a little poorly, but is not the fate of the world more important than that? Oh, my poor child, it is true. You are nearly at death's door. It seems your lengthy slumber has robbed you of your strength. Here, my child, take these white petals. You can use them to restore your vitality. Ooh, good. Cata or Shane, you have been blessed with a special power. The power to combine raw materials to build items anew. You can work at this tree stump. Use the white petals you gather, prepare some healing cream. Let's get building. You can use the materials you collect to build new items. Try using a nearby crafting station to craft some healing cream. Oh, okay. Wonderful. You have made your first creation. Cata or Shane, my child, you have a power shared by none other in this world. The power to build new things from raw materials. Now, use healing cream you create to tend to your wounds. Press square to use tools and items. You can use an item by selecting it with okay. Try using healing cream you made to restore your HP. Boom. Do you feel better now? I see the color has returned to your cheeks. You created that healing cream with your own 2 hands. However, the men and women who inhabit this world have lost that power of creation. Cata or Shane, my child, the sacred duty rests upon your young shoulders. You must... Well, yeah, I quite understand that you wish to leave this place, but first you must learn of your... very well. I will show you how to build a path out of this crypt. First, take this broken branch. Cata or Shane obtains his first broken branch. I don't know why, but that made me laugh. Well done, Cata or Shane. Within that humble broken branch sleeps a cypress stick, the simplest of weapons. Approach the tree stump as before and use it to craft a cypress stick. Congratulations, my child, you have created your first weapon. Mankind once made tools and used them to build a thriving civilization. And as all great civilizations do, so too they built weapons. But now, only you have the power to build such things. Cata or Shane, my child, you have been entrusted with a divine mission to... I can well imagine you are eager to see the world outside, but would you not rather learn more of... very well. To build a path out of here, first you must equip the weapon you have made. Press X to open the main menu and place the cypress stick in your hand. Equipping equipment. Weapons and armor are no use to you unless they're equipped. Press X to open the main menu, then select equipment to equip the items in your equipment bag. Equipment. That's equipped. Well done. Weapons are not only useful for fighting monsters, they can also serve to gather materials. The power to break objects apart and reduce them to raw materials is yours and yours alone. Ever since this world was plunged into darkness and mankind lost this power, they have awaited the coming of one with the ability to create. I forgot I could press X. Cata or Shane, my child, the dreams, the hopes, the very fates of the people of this world rest on your shoulders. If this land is ever again to see the light, you must fulfill your sacred duty, and... Cata or Shane, you're not asleep, are you? Perhaps it's best we continue this conversation outside. To build a path out of this place, first you must break apart and collect the nearby earth. Press triangle to break things apart and turn them into materials that you can pick up. Smash the earth around you and collect 10 earth blocks. Oh shit. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to jump and I'm pressing square. Well done, Cata or Shane. That should be enough. Press square to place the blocks of earth on the ground in front of you. I have marked a location for you in red. Place a block of earth there to build a stairway and escape from this tomb. So, what is that? Someone has scratched a message on the wall beneath the chains, but the stones are so worn that the writing is terrible. What is the... Nothing like rotating the camera. Square? Well done, Cata, you have found your way back to the outside world. When your eyes adjust to the brightness, you will see the world of Alefgard before you. Light was lost to this land long ago, and now darkness reigns eternal. The people who inhabit this sombre realm once had the power to create, until it was wrenched from them. Without it, their culture crumbled into dust. Cata, my child, you have been entrusted with a momentous mission. Only by the power you hold, the power to create, can this world be rebuilt, and the people of Alefgard arise once more. I beg your pardon? What do you mean you don't get it? Forgive me, my child. After having only just awoken from so long a slumber, this must all come as quite a shock. Let us adopt a more simple approach. Use the power of creation that dwells within you and rebuild this world however you see fit. No doubt you will fulfill your duty in the course of doing so. So, too, will you come to learn of the tragedy that befell this world, and the role you are to play in its salvation. I am Rubis, the spirit of the land. Go forth, my child, and know that I do watch over you always. Creep. Oh, and Cata, there is one last thing that you must know. You are not a hero. If nothing else, remember this. The land you see before you was once known as Cantland. Long, long ago, a bustling city thrived here, ringed all around with stout fortifications. But all was destroyed in the relentless attacks by the monsters. Scarcely a trace remains of its former greatness. Cata, my child, you must use the power within you to rebuild the city of Cantland to its former glory. This will be the first step on your journey to make Alefgard arise once more. To this end, I bestow onto you a gift. Holy shit, that scared me! I see the ruins. Take this banner of hope in hand and seek the source of the light you see before you. Even as the darkness closed in around them, the men and women of Cantland flew this flag to the bitter end. Plant the banner in this land once more, that its bountiful light might serve as a symbol of Cantland's restoration. Now go, make haste for the Pillar of Light. Cata obtains a banner of hope. Cata, you are not a hero. Oh. Why can't I pick things up? That's upsetting. And soothing light spreads all around. People near and far will be attracted by the banner's beckoning light. Look, my child, here's one already. Planting your flag. When you plant your banner of hope, the area around it will become your base. The more your base develops, the more the meter in the top left corner of the screen will fill up. Oh! Oh, hell yeah. I can save. Like, oh! Hi! What's this funny flag doing here? There's something special about this place. It's so bright and inviting. My name's Pippa. What's yours? Oh shit. Residents' requests. If a resident of your town has an exclamation mark over their head, it means they have something to ask you. Talk to them and see what they want. What is this place? What's that? You're the one who planted that flag here? Who are you? Where did you come from? You don't remember. The goddess told you to come here? So you've got amnesia and you're hearing voices. That's not suspicious in the slightest. Oh, but this place is just so lovely. Can I live here? Cata, my child, even with the power that dwells within you, cannot rebuild Cantland alone. Your first step in rebuilding the city must be to house those who join you in living here. Little remains of this dilapidated house. Save the door. Repair it by filling in the holes in the walls with earth. You can place blocks above you by holding... Oh. Hold down square and you will place one block on top of another. Hold it down while moving to place many blocks in succession. Take this knowledge and these blocks of earth and make this ruined house livable once more. Cata obtains 5 blocks of earth. Thank you. Oh shit. Okay, so... What about the roof? Wow, that's incredible. The walls were all full of holes, but now they're good as new. Huh? You fixed it? With dirt? I thought you were just a weird boy with voices in its head. Excuse me, I'm a girl. But you completely fixed that broken down old house. You must have some kind of special power. Here, take these. I found them on my way here. You can have them for fixing the house for me. Boom! Thank you. Oh, that's so cute. She's clapping for me. That's really cute. Tell me. Hey, where are you going? Clap me. Or clap for me. That's kind of weird. You must have some kind of special power to be able to fix up that old house like that. How did you do it? What? You've got the power to build new things? What does build mean? Cata, my child, do you remember what I told you? Long ago, the people of this land lost the power of creation. It's your duty to help them regain this power. Anyway, I really appreciate you fixing the house like this, but it's not much use without some kind of light inside. But I can't see any torches lying around here. Beside your banner of hope, we'll find the Mason's workstation. You can use it to build a torch. Take these materials, use them to construct a torch, and reveal to this girl the fruits of your labors. A splat of blue goo. Broken branch. Let's see. Oh, wow. Build 5 torches. Hey, where'd you find that torch? You didn't find it, you built it. Huh, so that's what building means. You picked up stuff from around here and somehow changed it into a torch, right? Thanks, I think I understand. Sort of. Hey, do you think you might be able to build anything with this? If you need any more, I'll see if I can find some. Boom! So I guess it's my reward. Thank you. I just realized something. You never told me your name. Cata? What kind of name is that? It does... Oh, shit. I didn't read it. Damn it. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I didn't read it. I accidentally skipped with X. This is the flaw with the message system. But you can't judge someone by their name, right? Anyway, Cata, You still got these torches you made, right? We should put one in the house. A room is complete if it has walls 2 blocks high, a door, and a source of light to stave off the darkness when the sun is set. Press square to place your creations wherever you wish. Go, my child, and place a torch inside the house. We're gonna burn a house, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put it in the corner. Shane builds an empty room. Wow, look at that. There. Oh, what is that? Brilliant. Now that it's all lit up, the room's perfect. You're amazing, Cata, Shane. You really do have special powers. It's hard to believe that someone who looks so dopey could be so talented. But you can't judge someone by their appearance, right? Anyway, thanks, Cata, Shane. Now we have somewhere to live. Boom. What makes a room a room? For a room to be recognized, it must have walls at least 2 blocks high, a door, and a light source. If it doesn't have that, it's no room at all. Oh, you have more. Hey, Cata, Shane, thanks to you, we have such a lovely room. But don't you think it would be so much better if we had something to sleep on at night? I know. Maybe you could build something. Cata, Shane, my child, you must gather materials that you might fashion some bedding. Should you place a bed in a room, you can sleep on it at any time, night or day, to restore your health. It would be great if you could make 2 things to sleep on. If we had 2 beds, we could sleep next to each other. This time, Cata, Shane, I shall leave it to you to gather the materials you need to build the straw mattresses young Pippa requests. A straw mattress can be constructed from grassy leaves. To build one, you must first... Cata, Shane, are you alright? Make 2 beds. Eureka! Cata, Shane works out how to make straw mattresses. Alright. Out of my way, girl. Nope. No, 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 no. There it is. I don't know how many I need. Nope. Oh, cool. I still need one more. I need this works. And you say I'm no hero. Look at this. So strong. Well, she wants to sleep together, so... The first basic bedroom. Sleeping quarters for 2 made from the most modest of materials. Increase residence maximum HP by 10%. Wow, look at that. Wow, you built us something to sleep on. Thank you, Cata, Shane. Whether it's night or day, you can sleep on any bed that is within a room to recover your health. As the sun sets, the darkness will close in around you and more powerful monsters emerge in force. When night falls, you would do well to return to your base. Rest your head upon a pillow and sleep well and sleep until morning. my child? You discover the means to build a straw mattress all by yourself. In addition to the power to create that I bestowed onto you, it seems you also bear the special skill to discern what can be made from the materials you find. This is a wondrous power you have. It shall no doubt prove invaluable to you in your quest to rebuild the city. Shane. Hello, Shane. Was the goddess speaking to you? You were staring off into space with your mouth open again. You've got to pay more attention to what's going on around you, Shane. If you keep spacing out like that, you'll never get anything done. Oh, you telling me that? Time flies. Whether you're collecting materials or building rooms, time is always on the move. Eventually night will fall, another day will dawn. You can check what time it is on the clock on the top right corner of the screen. Thank you. Shane, can I ask you something? With all this wandering around and collecting stuff, aren't you getting a bit hungry? Huh? No, it's not just me. That's not my tummy rumbling. You must be hearing things again. But anyway, look, there are a lot of plumberry trees around here. Plumberries are kind of small. They don't really fill you up, but they're really sweet and juicy. Can you go and get some plumberries for me, Shane? Please? We'll need at least 5 for a decent meal. Plumberry is a small pink fruit that never falls far from the tree. Perhaps you should take a look and see if there are any nearby. Alright. Oh shit. Forgetting to jump. Wow, you found so many plumberries. Can I have them? Yes. Hooray! Thanks, Shane. To tell the truth, I'm actually really hungry. Here, these are for you. I'm behind you, girl. It's your share. I mean, you must be starving too, right? They're really tasty. You should try them. Oh, God. As time passes, you become hungrier and hungrier. You can see how full you are by checking the hunger meter in the top left corner of the screen, and fill yourself up again by eating food. But I have, like, breads, so... Well, if I'm hungry, the game will tell me. You know, Shane, I've been thinking. You run around smashing all the trees and grass and stuff. These are materials you find to build new things, right? It'd be pretty useful to have somewhere to store all that stuff, don't you think? Yes! After all, you're going to have to collect a lot of different materials pretty soon. Why? Well, it's a secret. But you should still make something to put all your stuff in. Your friend is wise indeed. Having a place to store and manage the resources you gather would serve you well. Can you conceive of an item that would serve such a role? A chest! Woo! Branches bundled together to form a strong box can be used to store items. So... how can I build things? I don't know how to build multiple at once. Kind of bad. Required 3, held 7. Nice. Boom. Okay. It's incredible. Wow, you made a chest! Now you can put all the stuff you've collected in there and go and collect even more stuff. You know, Dr. Shane, there's something I've always wondered. What exactly has happened to this world? They say that the light was stolen from us by a really bad man. Ever since, it's been all anyone could do just to survive. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves, and they never really help anyone else out. Anyway, I think it's super boring to live like that. Don't you think it would be fun if we could rebuild the city and everyone could live together? I feel like if you're around, anything can happen. We should do everything we can to make this town a great place to live. But we'll need loads and loads of materials to do that. That's why I asked you to make a chest. Alright, so it's agreed. We're going to build the biggest, bestest city in the whole wide world. I'll have a think about what we need to build, and you'll build it. Alright, Mayor. You are going to help me, aren't you, Dr. Shane? Aren't you? Boom. Hey man, at least he's giving me materials. I don't think there's money in this game. It's going to be a lot of work to turn this place into a huge city, isn't it? Is there anything I can do to help? Like, maybe I could build something. That would be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? But if I'm going to build things, I'm going to need a room to work in, just like the one in this picture. Karoshan, can you build me a room like the one I've drawn? Please, pretty please. It would seem that your example has woken within young Pippa the will to build. Blueprints, such as the one she gifted onto you, can maybe be laid on the ground by pressing square. Complete the blueprint, ensure that you place all the necessary items exactly as shown. Be sure to build rooms within the bounds of your base, lest the inhabitants of your town fail to recognize them. For the workbench, you could use that mason's workstation near the flag. You probably have to bash it about a bit before you can move it. Oh, and the room will need a door to get in and out, and a torch or something to light it up. But you can make things like that from raw materials, right? Pippa's picture looked like you know what I thought about. Okay, straw door. Alright, darling, hold on. Where is the pic? Is this no? Oh. Oh shit. I see it. I didn't see these. There. Yay! Okay. Hooray! You built the workroom I asked for. Thanks, Cata. It's just like the one in my picture. It should be often will the inhabitants of your town seek to assist your efforts by presenting you with blueprints. Should you lack sufficient resources to complete the blueprint or other construction, search for them in the nearby wilderness. Some materials can only be obtained by defeating the monsters that moor out the wilds, thus freeing them from their grasp. I'm going to use my new workroom to build all sorts of stuff. I'll put it all in the chest at the end of the day so you can take a look at all the amazing things I made. Horse cloth. Thanks again for the workshop, Cata. Now we can make everything we need to rebuild the city. But it's not going to be much of a city with just the two of us living here. The truth is, when I was on my way here, I saw a suspicious-looking man lurking around nearby. He looked like a bit of a weirdo, so I waited until he went away to run straight here. But maybe if we asked him to come live with us, we might lend a hand rebuilding the city. So you're trying to tell me that you saw a suspicious man, but suddenly he's not suspicious anymore. What? He was on the other side of the mountains the last time I saw him. Go and find him, Cata, and get him to join us. Make good use of your compass, my child. It will be of great use to you in finding that which you seek. Press options to take stock of your surroundings and search for that fellow of whom young Pippa spoke. Boom! The compass is in the top right corner of the screen, shows you which way you're going, which way you need to go. Quest destinations are marked with a capital Q. Well, we finally have our first quest. I need to go that way. But first, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna... Oh, what the... So cute. I'm gonna save and stop the episode right here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.